welcome to Smashterpieces, a casual walk through the history of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster. My name is Joe.
And my name is Melanie.
And if you're new here, what we are doing on this show is we are playing one game for every character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from 1984's Duck Hunt to 2019's Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And today, at long last, is our second part of our discussion for the game representing fighter number 70, Piranha Plant. It is the 2004 GameCube game Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. And of course, you might have forgotten, in the almost half a year since we did part one, but we are not alone. Joining us is our friend Zero.
You guys need to understand, the last time I touched Paper Mario was back in October.
Look, I was busy. I had to come out of the closet and start hormones, and also play Yakuza. Mainly that last one. But the other two things did happen.
So, I've gone through like 5 whole JRPGs since the last episode. You don't understand, and I'm going through my 6th right now.
Yeah, but your first playthrough of Persona 5 was a week. You're not a normal human being.
That's fine. I still went through 5 whole-ass JRPGs. Like, Persona 3 Reload took me like a freaking month, and still.
I'm like halfway through 4 of them.
Ugh. You sure are.
I haven't finished a game yet this year, and it's, at time of recording, March tomorrow, which is unusual for me and should be taken as a sign of how bad it got. For anybody that didn't listen to the 2023 wrap-up episode, sorry. It's been a little while, I know.
Look, the burnout happens, okay? And I'm the one who has to suffer for it, because I was the guest on that episode.
What do you mean, has to suffer? Oh, I guess that is present tense, isn't it? I was going to say, you are suffering for it.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Look, the English language is not my first language.
And what is?
I mean, everybody's first language is baby.
I think you have a mistaken idea of what languages are.
Anyways, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. It's a video game that was made for the GameCube. It came out in 2004. This episode is going to cover chapters 4 through 6. So don't go past that.
Are you guys ready for everyone's favorite disclaimer? My intention here is not to change anyone's mind or tell you that you're wrong for having a different opinion from me. I feel I need to say this because people have gotten into quite a bad habit of asking me, how are you liking Thousand Year Door? And when I answer honestly, they get upset. So, keep that in mind, because this game sucks. Sorry.
See, I still disagree. But, like, that's the point. That's what will make an interesting conversation. That's podcast, baby. Yeah. Though I will heartily agree that Chapter 4 is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 4 is really fucking bad.
The pacing of that chapter is irritating, because they do not have a fast travel option.
So, like, I remember Chapter 4 being pretty bad due to the, go from one end of the map to the other over and over again. It's so much worse than I remembered.
But also, here's the thing. Chapter 5 also does that.
Chapter 5?
Yeah. Like,
Chapter 5 doesn't do that. Chapter 5's a dungeon. You're thinking of Chapter 6.
Chapter 5 does have a dungeon after you go back and forth across the entire map 3 times.
Yeah, but you do more than 3 times in 4.
I think you do. Don't you do exactly 3 times in 4?
So,
I mean,
so first you go there the first time, fight Dupless, you come back, recruit Vivian, you go back there, get the what was it, the P?
Yeah.
And then go back again, say his name, and then go back again. So that's 5 times you're crossing this stupid path.
Oh, I'm talking like full back and forth 3 times.
Yeah, full. You're talking about a full lap.
A full lap.
Specifically of
with chapter 5, it's you're going out to find Bobbery, find all the people, save them, go back. Flavio wants the Chocola Cola, so you go there, grab the coconut if you forgot it, if you didn't grab one.
Well, see, that's the thing. If you say if you forgot it, and I don't mean to like interrupt, but I think this is a really critical point, because this is something in both chapter 5 and 6 that I think a lot of people who are fans of this game have forgotten, because a lot of people who are fans of this game, the last time they played it was not the first time that they played it. So they already knew these solutions, so it went faster for them. If you don't know these things already, then it takes substantially longer, especially in Chapter 6. Chapter 6 is goddamn unplayable if you don't already know the solutions.
I can't remember, because I feel like I was using a guide for a lot of my first playthrough. I didn't have any problems with Chapter 6 on this playthrough.
I had many.
And I don't know, like, because here's the thing, mentioning the coconut, I accidentally found the coconut. I had no memory that I was going to need that coconut, but I accidentally found it because I failed at platforming once. I don't know if I would, because it's not visible.
I mean, it's visible, but you don't really think about it, is the thing, right?
Yeah, it's down near the very bottom of the screen.
And I agree, because I did genuinely, like, I didn't do it like the first time when I did it this run. Like, I didn't grab the coconut because I forgot about the cola trade thing. So like, oh, gotta go back and gotta go murder things again and everything. So that was fun.
Oh, that's the other reason I don't like Chapter 4. This game was not built for Mario to fight on his own. At all.
Yeah.
And that, like, top that with the fact that I think Chapter 4 might have some of the most annoying enemies in the entire game. Like, holy shit.
That's also certainly true.
They're not fun to fight at all, especially when it's just Mario solo. I will say, though, you mentioned getting the P. I actually still think that's kind of a, like, clever solution to the problem that you were just describing of, well, people already know the solution. So, like, if I already know Duplus's name, what's to stop me from just putting in Duplus when he asks? And the answer is he stole the letter P.
I've never liked that so much because, like, it doesn't feel like it's something that he actually did in universe.
I mean, they mentioned that it's something he did in universe.
I know, it's just like, I don't know. It feels like too much of a sledgehammer solution to me, but it's not a big deal.
I like it because it makes Duplus feel like a cartoon villain. Or like the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2 of they stole the word photo.
A little bit, yeah.
That's what that reminds me of the most. But yeah, I fucking hate this thing. I like Vivian fine. She's my most used party member, I'm pretty sure, because I think her stuff's very, very useful. The burn effect. I think it's her, like, by the end of the last time I played this game, I think it was her and Bobbery that I used the most.
They all pale in comparison to Danger, Mario.
Also, I did get the optional party member, by the way.
I did because I had to.
Yeah, for your little trick.
Oh, is that part of the Flavio GIF? The Flavio trick?
Yes, you need to clip out of bounds using Miss Mao's field ability.
Huh. Interesting. I had forgotten about it. It's been a very long time since I saw somebody do the Flavio trick.
It's a lot easier than you might think. It takes a lot of time, which is why speedrunners always get really mad when they have to do it in a marathon, but it's very easy.
Interesting.
And if they remove it from the remake, then it's just a bad remake.
I hope they don't.
I feel like it's probably not going to be there, but also, like, what was the game that got remade at some point where it was like, yeah, it was remade to such detail that there are bugs recreated?
It's Ocarina of Time, and they're fucking cowards because they didn't recreate Power Crouch Stab.
It was Ocarina of Time. I can't imagine that's going to be in the remake, and I also agree that it means they are cowards. Absolute cowards. So, I'm also not the biggest fan of Chapter 5, but I like it a lot better because it's a dungeon. Like, the dungeons in these games are no Zelda dungeons, but they're passable.
So here's the thing that, like, really gets to me so far. Aside from the Glitz Pit, which is, like, the one incredible chapter in the game, in my opinion, every chapter in this game is either bad, which would be chapters 2, 4, and 6 so far, or really similar to the same numbered chapter from the first Paper Mario, which is 1 and 5.
Is there? Oh, there is. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, because it's like the frickin' the island.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
So it's just like, at its best, this game is copying 64's homework.
I mean, to be fair, for a long while, that was just Nintendo's thing. Because, like, Zelda gets a lot of flack for kind of being that, too.
Most Zelda games are not that blatant, though. Just Twilight Princess.
Ocarina of Time is just Link to the Past.
No, I'm not saying these games feel like they're in the same franchise. I'm saying this is the same chapter.
But, like, I don't know, I like Cortez because I like big, goofy skeleton man.
I left him behind on the island when I warped back over to the train.
Nice. One thing that I find unforgivable in that chapter, though, is the fact that after a bunch of long, unskippable cutscenes, it then has you fight... how am I forgetting his name? Big dude.
Lord Crump?
Snot dude. Yeah, it has you fight Lord Crump.
Oh, yeah, that's
that
why
fight's actually kind of hard.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I did.
It's... I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, but I lost, and then I had to watch all those long cutscenes again. Because, much like Konami at the time, Nintendo didn't understand at that point that maybe sometimes I don't want to rewatch the fucking cutscene. If the remake does not have the ability to just wholesale skip cutscenes, that will be where I am upset. Because I remember that being a problem with the final boss, too. There's a really long, unskippable cutscene before the fight starts, and if you die, you have to watch it every time. That's my only problem. That Lord Crump fight kicked my ass the first time, and then it was easy the second time, I guess because I was ready for it? I don't know. Does that mean, Melody, you didn't get the whack-a-bumps? I got the whack-a-bumps.
I got a whack-a-bump, but I needed to use it for, during a fight, so... You can get those at any point in the chapter.
Yeah, because they're just right there near the camp. You can literally just walk to that spot from there.
I got all the
whack-a-bumps are not very useful when you're doing a Danger Mario build. That's the thing.
They're useful for me, though.
When you're doing Danger Mario, it's better to just have, like, the frickin'...
Yeah, you want FP stuff.
Yeah.
I always enjoy abusing that poor creature. I imagine being in a world and your only fucking purpose seems to be letting a guy hit you over the head with a hammer and going, ow, that fucking hurt. and then, like, going away. Also, every time I think about Waka, all I can think about is, like, somebody probably accidentally discovered that. Like, obviously, a lot of people probably just, like, read the guide or read online. Like, oh yeah, hit the dude, hit him. Or they played Paper Mario 64 because he's in Paper Mario 64 as well.
I mean, it's extremely easy to accidentally discover it because you're heavily incentivized to do it because it's a very good item.
No, but I mean, by accidentally discover it, I mean your instinct being pull out a fucking hammer and attack this creature who's doing nothing.
Oh, you mean like getting the item at all?
Yes, that's what I mean. Like, discovering that item is there.
Oh, maybe.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, somebody probably accidentally discovered that, and I'm not sure I want to be in the same room with that person. What else would they hit with their hammer on instinct? Would they hit me?
Likely. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, get me the fuck away from
that's
that
what
one.
we do, so.
Yeah, I still have the scars to prove it. Somebody listening just said, oh, that explains a lot.
No one will be able to tell which scars are which, though.
We put them in a paper bag, or not a paper. We put them in a burlap sack so they didn't leave a mark. The joke is that wouldn't work with hammers. Anyways, yeah, I don't mind Chapter 5 all that much. And honestly, I kind of don't mind Chapter 6. Even though Chapter 6, admittedly, while playing it, it also is just going back and forth between the two sides of the map over and over again. Mm-hmm. The difference is just this one's small and there's no enemies to get in your way.
And frankly, the penguin detective bit was done better in the first game.
Yeah, I don't dig the penguin detective in this game. I do like the very nervous, what is he, an otter? I feel seen when I see that character. Or he's I don't know what the fuck he is. Like a ferret? He's the business guy. He has the suitcase that he lost. That's me.
You lost the suitcase.
I lose every suitcase. At a certain point, they should stop giving them to me.
Overall, if you guys ask me, like, is this a terrible game? Probably not. It's not that bad. It's like a 6 out of 10. But it's definitely worse than the original. I find it pretty difficult to argue that this game is better than Paper Mario 64. And the fact that this is the only one anyone has ever cared about for the entire history of Twitter is unbelievable to me.
I like the gameplay.
I think it is less that it's the only one they care about, and more it's just the last one that was like that. Which, it feels weird. By the way, the whole argument is like, oh man, we want it like classic Paper Mario. There were only 2 Paper Marios that played like this. Ever.
And they're classic. That's what classifies as classic. Because they're the 2 original ones.
And they were clearly running out of ideas by the second one.
Like, every Paper Mario game after that, including Super Paper Mario, which people don't bitch about, plays completely differently.
People did bitch about Super Paper Mario at the time.
Yeah, but I don't see them bring it up now. Well, I think part of that might just be that Sticker Star was so bad that it overwrote people's anger about Super Paper Mario. But
that's true, because the funny thing about this is that with NWR, there's like always this like constant argument over like whether classic Paper Mario or modern Paper Mario is better. And the funniest thing in the world is that no person on either side of that argument has ever had a single kind thing to say about Sticker Star. Like that game is just irredeemably terrible.
Yeah, I've never met a single person that liked Sticker Star. I met somebody that said it's not as bad as people say, but it's still not good. That's one person, by the way, total. But yeah, that actually might be what it was. Sticker Star just fucking anything before it got a pass now. Imagine a game in your series being so bad that it like retroactively makes people less angry about when they turned the RPG into a platformer.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, granted, people still like Super Paper Mario. The story is supposed to be incredible. I've never made it all the way through. I get bored about halfway through, personally. But maybe one day I'll try again. I don't know.
Color Splash is pretty fun.
That's what I hear.
I've played a bit of that.
I hear Color Splash is pretty fun. I hear Origami King's pretty alright.
I heard Origami King is like really good.
I have not played any Paper Mario except for 64 in this. That's it. And I guess like half of Super Paper Mario.
Color Splash is like what if Sticker Star was good, and then Origami King is where they actually really figure out the formula.
Anyways, I don't really have a lot to say about these chapters outside of 4 is the worst chapter in the game. Which is worse, 2 or 4?
2.
I kind of think I hate 6 more than I hate either of those. But 2 is definitely worse than 4.
I'm gonna have to go on 2.
See, 4 at least has the characters behind it to back it up.
Oh, that's true. 2 just has
2
the
doesn't
Goonies,
have...
and I don't give a shit about any of them. And also, in 4, I don't have to lead, like, 100 brain-dead AI creatures over a fucking bubble machine so they can get to the other side of a crevice. Fucking, oh my god, Chapter 2 sucks so much.
I am a person who tends to focus a lot on gameplay, so that's why I'm like, yeah, I like this game a lot, because I do enjoy the gameplay of Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door, a lot. Because it is just a flat improvement over original, with like a couple things that are worse, namely the random stage events. Those are fucking awful.
I fucking hate those. Do you have any idea in Chapter 5 how many fucking times that stupid mist activated every time? Like, multiple fights in a row.
Every time in that fucking dungeon, because it's a misty cave.
I don't remember 64 having shit like that.
It didn't.
Yeah, it didn't.
That's a Thousand Year Door edition.
Yeah.
Because Thousand Year Door really focused on you're on a stage performing for an audience aspect.
Another thing that 64 did better.
Yeah, but I enjoy like doing like the stylish moves, doing the what's it called? Like your performance affects the audience, and they'll gift you, or if your enemy's full of Exonauts, they'll try and throw rocks at you. Like, I enjoy the aesthetic of it, and I enjoy certain aspects of it.
Right. I remember the thing I was going to bring up when you mentioned random stage effects. I had one of the most frustrating battles of my life in Chapter 5. I think it was in Chapter 5. It might have been in 4. No, it was in 5. It can't have been in 6. There's no fights in 6.
There are in
that one mini dungeon thing.
Yeah, the little windmill area or whatever it was.
But for the most part, there aren't really fights in 6. So it was one of those big Bob-omb things, like the giant ones. And at the very start of the fight, a light fell on him. And he was shocked now.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's shocked, I can't touch him with anything or I'll get hurt.
That's why Koops is actually the best party member.
Except Koops can sometimes miss too with that.
Well,
literally every character can miss.
If I'm switching, but I had to switch to somebody to do damage, by which time the motherfucker boosted his defense and then boosted his attack and then exploded.
So
Well, that's when you use the Quake.
yeah, the Quake star power.
I
is
think
like,
I might have been out of star power at that point.
it will ignore all the stage hazard stuff. So
Yeah, I think I might have been out of star power. Otherwise, I probably absolutely would have done that. Because that power is so useful. That power.
Quake is low-key like the MVP of that game.
I think the gameplay of battles is fine, but I think the enemy layout is bad. I don't feel like this game is... I don't think like the 4 enemy groups are that fun to fight. Like 2, all right. 3, you're pushing it, but I'm fine with that. When it's like 4 or 5, it's like, okay, I guess I'm minimum taking 5 damage this turn, every turn until they're all dead. Cool. That's my only issue with like combat, and that was a huge problem, I think, in chapter 4.
Because it gives you a lot of multiple enemies. So, and I remember saying, hey, before you do chapter 4, stock up on lots of multi-hit items. You're gonna want them. Because I was doing that chapter, and I'm like, ooh, I want to get like as much like ice storms and quakes and.
I simply
whatever.
played as Danger Mario.
Oh, I remember the other thing about chapter 4 that I don't like. I don't like getting there.
I don't like getting to most chapters.
I genuinely do not understand. If I had not looked it up, I genuinely don't fucking understand how you're supposed to figure out you need that dude's signature. Or to write your name or something. Yeah, he writes your name on your clothes. Or B, where that fucking pipe is in the first place.
So I think the assumption is, I think he says, yeah, there's a spot underground in the sewers, and it's like, okay, you have a new party member with a new ability. Where can you access now?
Yeah, the assumption for like everything in that chapter is go find it, fuckhead.
Granted, part of this was me. This was on me. I legitimately forgot that I had Yoshi. And so I spent an extra like 15 minutes being like, what the fuck? I don't know what is happening.
I have forgotten Yoshi a couple of times because in a game where so many party members are just palette swaps of party members from the first game, it throws me off that Yoshi is nothing like Parakarry despite having effectively the same power.
Oh, the thing about mine is, in comparison to Paper Mario 64 is I like Vivian a lot, but she's no Lady Bo. She's not my ghost wife.
I think another problem is that I don't think the developers were expecting people to drop it for like 4 months and then come back to it and not remember what they were doing.
Yeah, but then I forgot about Yoshi in Chapter 6.
Yeah, that wasn't a drop the game and come back after a long time thing. I forgot I had Yoshi in Chapter 3. For some reason, my brain just does not register that, like, oh yeah, that's his ability. I don't know why. I do not know why.
Yeah, Yoshi's field ability in my head is go fast.
Yeah. Like, when I think of Yoshi, I just think of, I could get on him and we can move faster. I don't know why. Anyways, we got 3 more chapters. If you guys have anything else to say about it.
I want to go back and play more Final Fantasy now.
I also would like to go start Final Fantasy. Hey, listener.
I've been playing Final Fantasy this whole time while we've been recording.
Wow. Hey, listener, be grateful. We were willing to not play Final Fantasy for 45 minutes.
We sacrificed Final Fantasy time for this.
We're braver than the troops.
True.
Yeah, we could have been defending our planets against the bot enemies, but here we are. We could have been spreading managed democracy.
One of the last things I want to bring up is I realized too late that last episode we didn't mention like any of the music, and I have like 2 songs that I want to mention. One from this batch, because Chapter 4, while it sucks...
I'm not going to have any time to play Final Fantasy before I have to go meet my friends to see Dune.
Hey. You signed up for this show.
Did we have any music from? I forget. Did we do any music from the first 3 chapters?
We did not, but the one from the very beginning of the game that I want to highlight, which is one of my favorite songs in the game, and it's one of the first songs you hear, is the title screen music. I fucking love the title screen music. It's super good.
Title screen is pretty good.
I don't remember it all off the top of my head. I'm going to be real.
Rockhawk's theme. Let's be real.
Theme is good.
Hawk's theme is good. For Chapter 4, while I hate it, it has my favorite battle theme in the game, which is Dupless. I think Dupless's battle theme is a lot of fun. It's very up my alley. It's very Halloween-y horror, goofy bullshit, which is exactly what Dupless should have. This fucking weirdo in a party hat and a sheet who can steal letters of the alphabet somehow. That sounds like a JoJo power.
It should be.
Like, I'm surprised there isn't a stand in JoJo. There probably isn't. I just haven't seen the part or read the part that has it. But, like, there should be a stand in JoJo that just, like, wholesale steals parts of the English language.
Smork battle theme is pretty cool.
I think for the most part, like, it's the battle themes of this game that shine the best for me. Honestly.
I also like Macho Grubba's theme.
I think that theme's fine, but it's entirely overshadowed by the Rockhawk battle theme.
It's overshadowed by Rockhawk, but it's still like...
Rockhawk's battle theme is really fucking good. In fact, yeah, the boss themes in this game are good. I don't think I would, like, jump for joy hearing the generic battle theme, which is like the one that plays when you fight Lord Crump and stuff like that. But like the ones that are significant characters or like the final boss of the chapter, those are all like really fun songs, like Rock Hawk and Dupless and all that. They're fun. I like this game's soundtrack overall, though I genuinely, I'm trying to remember like any of the area music and I can't think of any of it. I think it's just the battle themes that I really like, which there's no problem with that. That's how a lot of RPGs are, to be fair. But yeah, it's just the battle themes. I like them. They're good. Well, it sounds like that's about time to wrap it up.
Sure is.
Sure is.
Hey,
And
everybody.
next time we'll wrap up this game.
We should probably address, just in case you did not see the update video and then also did not listen to the 2023 wrap up. This is the last time we're going to say this, so if you don't hear it this time, I'm sorry, you're just out of luck. We are severely cutting down on streaming the games.
You are. I'm probably not.
Now, yeah, I am for sure. In fact, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to stream like 99% of the games that are left. But other than that, like,
I mean, you'll probably have some
maybe
here and there.
I know Path of Radiance
I'm
was talking
I'm
about.
offering to co-pilot them because there were some games I was really invested in watching you play.
I was just thinking about Xenoblade 2.
One of them being Metroid Prime.
I was just
Not gonna lie.
Isn't
thinking
another
about
Fire Emblem?
Path of Radiance, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Xenoblade 2, I know you said you were very excited to see me play for reasons that were less than flattering on on Xenoblade 2's part.
Yeah, take solace, Paper Mario fans. This game is better than Xenoblade 2.
But yeah, so that's, other than that, I don't think the show is changing like pretty much at all.
I just like watching my friend play video games.
I don't understand why I feel like
I'll sit there with you in real time and do it. I promise.
I feel like watching me play video games is a maddening experience, and people keep telling me
really
it's not, but I don't believe them.
It's really not.
It's really
You're my
not.
friend, and I enjoy your company.
You know, sometimes we just want to hang out with friends and watch play games.
You might want to see a therapist for that bit. No, I agree. Hanging out with friends is good.
I can't afford
there will
those.
Yeah, me neither. My insurance doesn't cover it. There will be some games that I will show up to stream. You just mentioned Metroid Prime that you want to do. I'm still on the fence about that, but Path of Radiance I am interested in doing with a co-pilot. I think that would be fun. And other stuff like that. But for the most part, and in general on NWR, I am cutting down on how many streams I am part of severely. I'm not going to be a regular face there anymore because I'm tired, and that's just how it is.
Turns out being an adult sucks.
It does.
That's why twitch.tv/Detective Dobaga's coming back.
As a VTuber this time,
As a
be
Nancy Drew VTuber?
I'm going to be a cat girl Nancy Drew. And
Unironically, VTubers would solve at least one problem for each of us.
that is true. And different problems for both.
Mm-hmm. Very different problems.
I would miss Suki Cam.
That's true. That would be missing.
Mm-hmm.
But that might
That
might
is
be
a
a
vital
sacrifice.
part of your streams, but also it is an understandable sacrifice.
But with that, if you want to follow us on Twitter and see what else we're doing, I guess, you can do that at Smashterpieces. And we're also on YouTube at Smashterpieces. There won't be as many videos going up there, but you have VODs, Melanie, that'll probably go up there this episode.
They are already
will be there.
uploaded and waiting for you to do something with.
Excellent. So they'll probably all be live by the time this episode goes out, or at least that will be the hope. So yeah, VODs are still going up when streams do happen, and the main episodes are still going up on YouTube. Bonus episodes don't. So if you want to listen to the bonus episodes, you gotta go to the feed for that. With that, though, I think that about covers it. Yeah. So with that, my name is Joe.
My name is Melanie.
And my name is Zero.
And hopefully it will not be 6 months before the next part, but I cannot make any promises, as God is dead. We'll see you next time for part 3 of our discussion on Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, which will cover chapters 7 to the end of the game. Godspeed, everybody. Get out of my house.
No.